Hey friends, I'm so excited to share with you some of my new releases and Jingle Ball exclusives, so we are going to go over them now. Stuck Santa is stitched 1/1 on 36 count slate by Zweigart. The stitch count is 92 by 89. It's stitched with all DMC colors and it's all full stitches. The only back stitching is for the mouth and for the eyes on the Santa. This was stitched by Sue Proctor. And I just love him. He's trying to get down that chimney, but I think he ate too many cookies and he's not fitting anymore. One thing I do want to mention is on my model, it's hard to see the nose. So when I got the model back, I decided to go ahead and darken. I chose a different floss color so that when you stitch yours, your nose will show up better. But I love the little expression on his face. I finished this with Dames of the Needle, Sweeney Red. This is Sweeney Red. And then this is something I just picked up for Christmas decorations. And then this paddle is something that I've had for many, many years. My friend, her nephew used to make these paddles, and then I finished them in this nice grungy paint called Caramel Colors. So anyway, this is Stuck Santa. Now this is a Jingle Ball exclusive, so it will not be released until late in 2024. We are selling PDF and printed charts of this. The printed charts, however, are only going to be available in the US. So if you live outside the United States, all you have to do is get a PDF. Next we have Greetings from St. Nick. I love this one. This came from one of my original paintings. Actually, so did that first one. Let me look at them all. Okay, all of these releases were from my original paintings, and you shall see some of them in my fabric line that's coming out next year called Up on the Housetop. I love this Americana Santa. I think he's super cool. All right, let me give you all the details on him. He was stitched 2/2 on 32 count Mystic by Picture This Plus. There are 6 fractional stitches in the face. I will zoom in so you can look. There's a couple on his eyes, and then there's 4, 2 on each side of his cheeks. You could make him full stitches if you don't want to do fractional stitches. And if you don't know how to do fractional stitches, just go to YouTube and you can look that up and you'll see some videos on how to do that. There is some back stitching. There's back stitching on his eyes, and then down here, in order to make his boots show up more, I had the model stitcher do some back stitching around there. But it actually shows up pretty good without it. So this chart uses 1 Classic Colorworks, 1 Weeks Dye Works, and all the rest are DMC. This was stitched by Matthew Penton and beautifully framed by Paulette at the Craft Gallery in Findlay, Ohio. You should have saw this when I first charted it. I had probably 6 different greens going on in this vine going around it. There were a ton of fractional stitches, all the stars. I was trying to make everything round. I've had this charted for a long time, and then Matthew had it for quite a long time, and then when I got it back from him, I've had this. It came back with Wisdom. Do you remember when I released Wisdom? Yeah, I've had it since then. So this has been a long time coming, and I'm really excited to have this at the Jingle Ball. This is a Jingle Ball exclusive. I will be selling PDF and physical charts only in the US of this one. And but this will be released to the public, but not until late next year. This one I just received today. And I have to say, I am so thankful that I had a frame that worked with it perfectly. This is called Home for Christmas. It was stitched 2/2 on 32 count Bunny Moon by XJU Designs. The stitch count is 109 by 137. All full cross stitches and all DMC. Stitched lickety split by Tammy Easterling. That is a lot of stitching. There's a lot of stitching in this, and she did this in record time because she knew I needed it for the Jingle Ball. I painted this in watercolor 2 years ago during Vlogmas. Kevin and I did Vlogmas a couple years ago during the pandemic. And that fabric is just absolutely stunning with this piece. Now, where did I get this frame? I would like to tell you where I got it, but I'm not sure. I think I picked this up when I was like antiquing and shopping. Oh, well, I'm not sure, but it was at a store. It wasn't like at a frame shop online or anything like that. Home for Christmas. I love that sentiment too. Sentiment, not sediment. Okay, the last but definitely not least is a set of three. Set of three Santas flying, riding reindeers, flying with their pack on their back. And I'm going to insert a picture now so that you can see what the cover looks like. Isn't it fabulous? This is a collaboration with Chantel 141 Design Company. She made the pieces, the wooden pieces that the Santas are attached to. So these three Santas are the superstars in my new fabric line that's coming out in 2024 called Up on the Housetop. And I just love that they're riding these reindeer, so I wanted to do something clever for you. And this is what I came up with. And then I told Chantel my plan, and she said, yes, we can do that. So let me show you all three. I can't really, that's why I wanted to show you a picture of it, because I can't really show you very well because there's so much going on in the background. It's hard to hold all three. Let's see if I can even do this without, yeah, I really can't. But you have the pictures to go by. I might be able to do this. If I can do this. There we go. So there's all three of them. So my vision was to have these be like shelf setters, so you would have them on your shelf. They would be flying above whatever else you have on your shelf. So in my picture, I have this really cool house that I purchased when I was at the Woolen Needle just last week when I went to the Farm Girl gatherings. One morning before we went over to the retreat center, we went to the Woolen Needle. And I knew when I got home I needed to photograph these. These wooden pieces arrived yesterday. So last night I painted them all and glued the perforated paper on to these. So let me just go one by one and share all the details. So there's red, green, and burgundy. This is Red Santa. All three of them are stitched on 20 or 14 count black perforated paper. They're stitched 2 over 2. They're all stitched by Donna Fidawa, the Biscornu Queen, my sweet friend. So this guy, the stitch count is 96 by 72. It's all full cross stitches, 2 classic colorworks, 1 Weeks dye works, and 8 DMC. And they're all different heights. So we have This guy is 11 inches high. And I kind of want him, well, he's actually the last one. I mean, it doesn't matter what order you display them in. And then the little Santa with the green coat, I think he's my favorite. I just love him. And his stitch count is 92 by 58. Again, all these are all full X's. This one is 1 Classic Colorworks, 2 Weeks Dye Works, and 8 DMC. So they're all the same DMC, but just switching out Classic Colorworks and Weeks Dye Works on some of them. And then last but not least, this is the one I have leading the pack. Burgundy Santa. Stitch count 85 by 78. 1 Classic Colorworks, 1 Weeks Dye Works, and 8 DMC. I recorded myself finishing these, how I cut around on the perforated paper, how I painted the pieces, how I put the pieces together. So that video will be available. This is going to be a kit. Oh, cross my fingers. Cross my fingers that the perforated paper shows up. I ordered it weeks ago, but Witch Out is like 5 to 6 weeks out in their shipping, and I'm just praying that it comes in time. So Chantel and I worked together on how the finishing piece would look. Basically, I'm not going to explain it all to you here because I have a video, and then also when you purchase the pattern, it will come with written instructions as well. So as you can see on the back, this piece here, so you can either glue your pieces on, or I didn't glue mine because I wanted to be able to take them apart. Well, there we go. They fit nice and snug. And then also on this piece comes out as well, but it's in there really good. It's because it's painted, so they just slip on the back there. Super easy to put together, really easy to paint. You know, normally when I paint things, I like to distress them and sand them, but I didn't do that on here because I want the black, as you saw from the photo, I want the black to just disappear into the background. So if you start sanding this, it's gonna, I think, bring your eye to that. So you could have these just on a shelf, just like this. You could have them, you know, with a house. You can have them just with maybe a row of bottle brush trees. You don't have to have a house. Anyways, I just envision these on somebody's fireplace mantle, and it looks like they're flying over a little town or over the forest or something. I love this so much. So Chantel and I, like, I'm on a roll now with this whole idea, and I plan to elaborate on it and do all different types of things for the different seasons and the holidays and things. I already have my idea for what I want to release at Nashville, using the same concept with the dowel in the base, and then having whatever look like they're flying or jumping or running. These have the star base like that, and that shape will change according to whatever this piece is up here. So I am so happy to finally be sharing this with you all, because this has been in my mind for many, many months, and just to see it come to fruition and that it turned out just as beautifully as I hoped makes me feel so good. So those, however, that is not an exclusive. That is a new release. In order to get the full kit where you get all the floss, you get all the wood pieces and the perforated paper and everything, that's only exclusive for the Jingle Ball. After the Jingle Ball, you will just have to purchase the pattern, and then you'll have to purchase the pieces separately from Chantel 141 Design Company. So that's it, guys. Those are my new releases for the Jingle Ball this year. I'm so excited. Obviously, I'm on a Santa kick. Every single one of them was a Santa. But I can't help it. I do love Santa. So thank you for watching my video, and I hope you like what you see. Enjoy the Jingle Ball. Bye.